shades on tough and I'm scoping. Look good enough to get her, I'm hoping. Boy, I know I'm high, cool out, cause I'm smoking. So girl, what you do for the outgrow? Boy, I wanna
Hey you guys, it's your girl Meta Mars, and of course I'm back with another Meta Moment. But this specific Meta Moment is brought to you by the likes of Twitter community. Yes, Twitter seems to be the most hot topic space to go and actually just say what you think without actually getting canceled, but not getting canceled. You know, it's one of them things. And in this specific one, I would like to bring up the fact that people decided to have, a question was thrown out there, and it was the most interesting question, specifically because of the reactions that we got from it. Well, not me, the person who wrote this question. It was just stunning, and very informative. So this is the question. I'm gonna give it to you right now, right? When the jab no longer becomes a requirement, how will the people who were required to get it react? And when you think about it, right now, when you look at it in the media, whereas a lot of these states are just completely not reinstating or continuing their mandates because they recognize how detrimental it was to some people's economy, and they don't really want to follow behind that burning dumpster fire. They just want to be like, look, we trying to move back to normalcy. Like, and so far, we don't try to make these moves, and it's been looking kind of stupid now to keep it going. So a lot of them are saying, hey, just get your butt back to work. We don't even care. Just go there, fill out an application, say you show up on Monday and actually show up on Monday. Don't be having people out here thinking that they're going to have people work for them and then they're going to leave. They're just going to leave. So, of course, the response was daunting because, we're not all psychic. None of us are not clairvoyant. A lot of us are just like, hey, I wonder how they're going to react. Of course, the first person was more hilarious because, he's like, it's crazy to me that some people just did it because they were so desperate to go back to concerts, traveling. Like, they literally sacrificed themselves for entertainment and traveling and not being left out. And then, of course, you got someone that's saying they're going to actually just lose their shit because, can you imagine the idea that you literally injected yourself with a chemical that was not even tested by humans, on humans at all. Like, there was no trials. It was emergencies. And now they get into the point of where you realize it doesn't work after a while. That, some people can't, not all of us can get it. Some of us don't even need it. And it's just becoming a dumpster fire of us all, virtual signaling, and some of us shaming each other. And some people completely cut their family members off because they really thought at the end of the day they was on doing the thing, which was kind of, pretentious in its own right. But, we digress. But I am definitely curious. There's people out here who actually got this shot, and they got it because they in themselves want to maintain being unemployed. They want to be able to visit relatives without feeling like they were going to be like that cloak and dagger death needle to the petri dish. And how the world's going to be when we actually get to this point where it's not necessary, where we get to actual herd immunity. It's going to be particularly interesting because already, I kid you not, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I was showing them, hey, it's funny how you were one of those people that was like, go ahead, yo, you need to get the shot. The shot's good for you. It's good for everybody, so we can all be good. That was their, way of saying that they got it, and I need to follow suit. But I was like, no, because I want to. So, of course, I go back to that same person, and of course, I start showing them and say, look how, it's funny how, a couple weeks ago, it was a mandate, and now there's none. And they could not look me in the eye when I actually sat there and I pulled the proof to their faces. Look what's happening. And they're just like, no! And I don't want to talk about this. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it doesn't stop it from already being published in national freaking news, but we're not talking about it. But I kind of agree. There's going to be a lot of people losing their shit because there was so many people who use that as a catalyst of propelling their purpose in the world. When actuality, your shot only saved you if you actually really needed it. So it is what it is. It's going to be one of those days, when you talk to your relatives and they're like, so How did that go for you that you can no longer virtual signal to people about something so pretentious and selfish as you protecting yourself? How does that feel now? The world may never know. And of course, this was a meta moment, and I'm pretty sure it's a little bit short, but hey, like, sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't, And I'm just here to have a couple dialogues with you people. Like, get your minds thinking, get you looking at different perspectives, because it's a very interesting world out here, especially now these days. Like, it's just a lot of things going on, and sometimes you gotta question them. And take care. I'll see you with this next meta moment. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and even share. Because you know what? We love support around here because support is free. We ain't asking for no money. We ain't trying to crowd for nothing. We ain't trying to get you to go fund me. We just say, hey,